Back again with the Agents Together HR series, where we talk about how HR and people policies can make a huge difference to the performance of your estate agency. Today, I'm joined by Laura Courtney, who is top people person at Mars and Bar, who are a large 12-branch estate agency chain in the wonderful county of Kent. Thank you for joining me today, Laura.
Thank you.
I want to talk about Mars and Bar's approach to workplace well-being. What the hell is that? Talk to me. And what, more importantly, what does workplace well-being do for your estate agency business?
Okay, so I think in an earlier video we talked about our engagement survey, and well-being was one of the areas within engagement that we knew we needed to improve. That's about people feeling supported while they're at work, feeling like their managers were there to support them if they were going through anything difficult, that they needed to talk to them or have their support. And really a real understanding that someone's mental health and well-being has a direct impact on how productive they are within their roles. And I think, again, well-being and mental health is definitely come to the fore over recent years. For some businesses, it could just be a buzzword, but for us, we absolutely wanted to get policies and processes in place to make sure that our employees felt supported and could talk to us about their well-being and know that there was help available to them.
So how did you actually implement this then?
So the first thing we did quite early on, actually, I felt it was important to share my story around wellbeing. I'd had sort of some challenges in the past, and at the time I was really lucky that I was working for a business that were pioneering really in terms of the support they gave their employees, and I definitely benefited from that as a staff member. So I wanted to make sure that in my role as People Ops Director that I brought wellbeing to the fore and remove the stigma. So I remember my director saying you didn't have to do that, but for me it was important that I stood up at a company event where we launched that we were partnering with a local mental health charity called CMK, which were close to us, to enable us to offer mental health support to staff. And to start with was to say, look, it's fine, it's normal, and many people will go through challenges, but we recognise that it's not a weakness, there's no stigma attached, and we want to support our staff through that. So it started with mental health first aid. So we launched some mental health first aid programs within our business, and we actually trained 40 staff across our business. So every manager had mental health first aid training, and every team had another person that's mental health first aid trained within our business. Working with CMK, we also had an employee referral program. So if anybody was struggling or suffering or really felt that their mental health wasn't in the best place, they could be referred, self-refer to CMK for support, counselling, whatever it was that they needed. So that was kind of the start of it, really. And then sitting alongside that, what I did was go back and make sure we had policies and processes in place which would support the wellbeing within our business. So we enhanced our absence policy, we enhanced our sick pay policy.
What do you mean? What do you mean by enhanced?
So traditionally, as a business, where we started quite small, we were very much statutory benefits. So we kind of, a small business, understandably, you give people as much as you have to give them. So sick pay, it was SSP only, or annual leave, it was kind of the minimum 20 days plus bank holidays. But I was really passionate about people having a better work-life balance. So what we've done is we now pay some enhanced sick pay, and that varies depending on where you are in our business and how long you've been with us. We also offer a greater amount of annual leave as well, just to make sure that people are finding that work-life balance.
Okay, so apart from putting some people through first aid training, having better holidays and better sick pay, how are you then bringing this so it's always to the fore, with your colleagues?
Yeah, I mean, we get involved if there's mental health week or stress awareness week. We've got an internal communication platform now called Workplace, which has been amazing for our business. And what it's done is encourage communication within the business. So we'll set up groups, people can get involved. I think building an engaged workforce also has a positive impact on mental health as well.
Do you bring different people in from different aspects of the business and get them to engage with each other in like teams then?
Yeah, we have done that. We've got groups. We've also got a benefits platform called The Key, where we've got an employee assistance program. So we've now moved away from CMK. We recognised that as we were growing as a business, we needed a mental health offering or support that would grow with us, that was scalable. So we worked alongside Reward Gateway and set up what we call The Key. So that offers discounts for staff, but what it also has brought is cycle to work schemes, activity, mindfulness, and an employee assistance program which anybody can ring. That I don't need to know that they've done it. It's a free phone number 24/7 for themselves or their family members that need any type of support, whether that's mental health, financial, legal, whatever it might be. They've got access to that program now for additional support.
I mean, but all that costs money. Have you actually seen a benefit in return?
I think, again, our engagement survey has shown that all the bits we've done over the last 3-4 years, we've gone from 70% engagement to over 90% engagement.
What do you mean by, what does that mean? What does that mean to the boys and girls, that engagement? What does that actually mean?
So if someone's engaged within your business, they're committed to your business, they're more likely to stay with your business, they can be advocates for what you're trying to do. There'll be those discretionary efforts, they'll want to give that little bit more, which does have an impact on our productivity and the client experience that we offer.
I mean, ultimately, it comes down to how much of your staff you retain.
Yeah.
The average in the UK is around a third, even sometimes as high as 40% a year. What's your retention rate?
So we actually retain 88% of our staff.
So you have a attrition rate of 12%.
Yes.
That's really good.
Yeah, we brought that down from 40. We are really proud of that. And the feedback we're getting from our staff, all the little bits we're putting in place. We've launched a menopause policy. We've enhanced our maternity leave policy. There's so much more I want to do in that arena. But I think for what we've achieved in the last couple of years I'm really, really proud.
This is all very good if you're a big firm like Miles & Barr, but fundamentally it does start with well-being and mental health. And one of the things that Agents Together does completely free is it has a well-being checklist which you can download in a link below or above. I don't know. It's a great way to get started. There are other things that you can outsource, but I do genuinely believe that in a state agency we say we're a people business, but we don't actually follow through with that, do we? With the way we manage and develop our teams. And I think, Laura, you are and the boss people at Miles & Barr are an absolute beacon that other agents could follow. This has been one of 7 videos produced by Agents Together on the importance of mental health, well-being, HR departments in productivity in being an absolutely awesome estate and letting agency. Thank you, Laura, for joining us today, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video where we look at this in greater detail. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.